Discover the untold story of Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil company. From its humble beginnings to its global dominance, this is a journey you don't want to miss. Oil, the lifeblood of modern civilization, a source of energy, power, and immense wealth. Its discovery can transform nations, fuel economies, and reshape the geopolitical landscape. From the first oil wells drilled in Pennsylvania to the vast reserves discovered in the Middle East, the quest for oil has shaped the destiny of the world. No company embodies this epic story more than Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil company and a giant on the global stage. Saudi Aramco's story is intertwined with the rise of Saudi Arabia itself. It's a tale of exploration, innovation, and the complex relationship between energy, economics, and geopolitics. From humble beginnings in the 1930s, Saudi Aramco has grown into a behemoth, controlling the world's largest proven oil reserves and playing a pivotal role in shaping global energy markets. The story of Saudi Aramco begins in the 1930s, a time when the global demand for oil was steadily increasing. The world was on the brink of an industrial boom, and oil was the lifeblood that would fuel this transformation. Standard Oil of California, or SoCal as it was known, was eager to secure new sources of oil to fuel the world's growing appetite. The company was driven by the ambition to expand its reach and influence in the global oil market. Their attention turned to the vast and unexplored deserts of the Arabian Peninsula. This region, with its endless stretches of sand and mystery, held the promise of untapped oil reserves. In 1933, a concession agreement was signed between SoCal and the Saudi government, granting the American company the right to explore for oil in the eastern province of Saudi Arabia. This historic agreement was a bold move for both parties. This agreement marked the beginning of a partnership that would transform both entities in ways no one could have predicted. It was the start of a journey that would reshape the economic landscape of the region. SoCal's geologists and engineers faced a daunting task. They had to navigate the harsh and unforgiving terrain of the Arabian Desert, a place where few had ventured before. The Arabian Desert was vast, unforgiving, and largely uncharted. The extreme conditions tested the limits of human endurance and technological capability. Early exploration efforts were met with setbacks and disappointments. The harsh environment and the initial lack of success made the task seem almost insurmountable. The search for oil in this harsh environment was a gamble, a test of endurance and technological prowess. Yet, the determination and resilience of those involved would eventually lead to one of the most significant discoveries in the history of the oil industry. After years of exploration and several dry holes, a pivotal moment arrived in 1938. Dammam Well No. 7, located near the coast of the Persian Gulf, struck oil. The discovery was significant not only for its size but for its implications. Dammam No. 7 marked the birth of Saudi Arabia's oil industry and heralded a new era for the kingdom. The black gold gushing from the well held the promise of unprecedented wealth and transformation. News of the discovery spread quickly, capturing the attention of the world. The barren desert, once considered of little value, was now home to one of the most sought-after commodities on Earth. This discovery would forever alter the destiny of Saudi Arabia and propel it onto the global stage. Aramco's rise, building an industrial giant in the desert. The discovery at Dammam No. 7 spurred SoCal into action, marking the beginning of a new era in the Middle East. The company, now joined by Texaco, embarked on an ambitious program of infrastructure development, laying the groundwork for what would become a global oil powerhouse. Pipelines were laid, refineries constructed, and port facilities expanded, transforming the barren desert into a bustling hub of activity. The company's name also underwent a transformation, changing from California Arabian Standard Oil Company to the shorter and snappier Aramco in 1944, a name that would soon become synonymous with oil. The development of Saudi Arabia's oil industry was a monumental undertaking, requiring engineering ingenuity and a massive influx of capital, as well as the collaboration of international experts. Workers were recruited from around the world, bringing with them their skills and expertise, creating a melting pot of cultures and knowledge. Towns and cities sprang up in the desert, complete with housing, schools, and hospitals to support the burgeoning oil industry, providing a new way of life for many. Aramco's growth mirrored the increasing global demand for oil in the post-World War II era, positioning itself as a key player on the world stage. The company became a vital supplier of energy to the United States and its allies, fueling the economic boom of the 1950s and 1960s and cementing its role in global energy markets. Aramco's success transformed Saudi Arabia, propelling the once impoverished kingdom into the ranks of wealthy nations and reshaping its future for generations to come. Saudi Arabia takes the reins. The 1970s witnessed a global shift in the balance of power in the oil industry. OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, asserted its dominance, flexing its muscles and driving up oil prices. Saudi Arabia, as the world's largest oil exporter, played a pivotal role in these events. In 1973, the Saudi government acquired a 25% stake in Aramco, marking the beginning of a gradual nationalization process. This move reflected a growing desire among oil-producing nations to exert greater control over their natural resources. The nationalization process culminated in 1980, when the Saudi government acquired the remaining shares of Aramco, taking full ownership of the company. Despite the change in ownership, Aramco continued to operate with a high degree of autonomy, maintaining its reputation for efficiency and technical expertise. Saudi Aramco, a global energy powerhouse. In 1988, Aramco underwent another name change, becoming Saudi Aramco, reflecting its status as a fully owned Saudi Arabian company. The company continued to invest heavily in exploration and production, discovering new oil fields and expanding its reserves. Saudi Aramco also made significant investments in downstream operations, such as refining and petrochemicals. The company expanded its global reach, establishing a presence in key markets around the world. Saudi Aramco's size and influence continued to grow, solidifying its position as the world's leading oil company. The company's vast reserves, low production costs, and sophisticated operations gave it a significant competitive advantage in the global oil market. Vision 2030 and beyond, the future of Saudi Aramco. In the 21st century, Saudi Aramco faces new challenges and opportunities. The global energy landscape is shifting rapidly, and the company must navigate these changes to remain a dominant player. Climate change and the global push for renewable energy sources are prompting a reassessment of the role of fossil fuels in the global energy mix. This shift is not just a trend but a necessity for the planet's future. In response, Saudi Arabia has embarked on an ambitious plan to diversify its economy and reduce its dependence on oil. This plan is not only about economic stability but also about ensuring a sustainable future for the next generations. Vision 2030, the kingdom's blueprint for the future, envisions a more diversified economy with a greater emphasis on technology, tourism, and renewable energy. This vision is a bold step towards transforming the nation's economic landscape. Saudi Aramco is playing a key role in this transformation. The company is not just an oil giant but a catalyst for change, driving innovation and sustainability. The company is investing heavily in renewable energy projects such as solar and wind power. These investments are crucial for reducing carbon emissions and promoting green energy. It's also exploring new technologies such as carbon capture and storage to reduce its environmental footprint. These technologies are at the forefront of the fight against climate change. The future of Saudi Aramco is intertwined with the future of Saudi Arabia and the global energy landscape. The company's ability to adapt to these changes will be a testament to its resilience and foresight. As the world transitions to a more sustainable energy future, Saudi Aramco's ability to adapt and innovate will determine its continued success. The company's commitment to sustainability will be a key factor in its long-term viability. One thing is certain: Saudi Aramco's story, much like the quest for oil itself, is far from over. The journey ahead is filled with challenges and opportunities, and the company's legacy will be defined by how it navigates this evolving landscape. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Watch our other videos to learn more about the fascinating world of energy and industry.